Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In the previous video I showed you how to install VirtualBox in a Windows environment, and then we set up a, a virtual hardware for installing Windows. So what I'll do, I'm going to close this window and just go to my Oracle VirtualBox. So this is what we created. And just to remind your memory, so the way we created, we just hit on new, provided a name. So if I do it all over, so let's just try it for the Linux. So Linux, say VM, and then I can choose something like say we want to install Ubuntu. Is the Ubuntu there? Yeah, Ubuntu, but I want the 64-bit. And hit next. I'm going to provide only 1 gigs of memory, because typically your Linux machine, they can run with a less amount of memory than the Windows versions. And I want to stick to create virtual hard disk now. And again, if you try to install the Windows version, you will see that it will ask for 50 gigs of disk space, but for Linux only 10 gigs is fine. So I'm just going to say yes, go with the default options. Dynamically allocated is good, and then this is where it's going to be stored as Linux VMs. If I open this particular folder, so this is a folder where my Linux VM will be stored. Cancel, then hit create. So that should give me the Linux VM, and what it is, it's really, there is no operating system installed. Like you have your computer hardware, but there is no operating system installed. So like you have erased everything. Now you need to find the disk file and install some Ubuntu in here. Just like that, this Windows that we have created in the previous video, it's got nothing in it, no operating system installed, but we have configured the hardware. We have provided a base memory of 2 gigs, and then we have assigned the boot order, we have assigned video memory, graphics controller, your storage, USB network, all of that is configured, but without any operating system. Now to get to the operating system, you can just look for evaluation for version of Windows 10 Enterprise. That is what I'm going to use. That is, evaluation period is 90 days, and I'm going to choose a 64-bit machine. And once you are in this state, okay, so you can just hit download again. Here the download has started. It's an ISO file, 4.9 gigs size. Okay, so if we go back one more time, so the search that I did, Windows Trial 10 Pro, and I went to the direct Microsoft search listing and try Windows 10 Enterprise on Microsoft Evaluation Center. That is where I went. And once you go there, it's just going to ask you to fill out your information first. So this is actually the second page that you were looking at. So once you fill out your information, you will come down here, and then it's going to ask you here actually this is the page. So here you would fill out your information. So once you are done, so you're filling out your first name, last name, company size, things like that, what you'll do, you will come to the next page, and that is where it's just going to ask you what is the language. You don't really have to go through this. I'm just checking it out as it's downloading at the moment. And once you provided the language you choose, then it will let you download the ISO. So that's where we kind of started. Okay, so it's pretty easy. So once you have downloaded this, make sure that the download is still working. Downloads, yeah, it's going on. So once this download is now completed, we will resume this particular lab. So let me just pause this video right now, and once the download is done, we'll move to the next phase. Alright everyone, my ISO file got downloaded. It took me a while to download this one, but this is the file that got downloaded. And if what did I do? I hope I didn't do anything crazy. Okay, just click on folder. So I think it's I restarted download for some reason. I'm just gonna stop this one. because I already have this file in my folder, and this is the file, so that is all I need. So this is the one I do not need. Okay, just refresh this. Alright, I'm just going to use this ISO file that we just got downloaded. So if we go back to our VirtualBox, okay, and we have this Windows, this is just the structure where, say, we have the hardware available, there is no software installed. So easiest way is probably just to hit the start button, and it's going to look and see. It would not be able to find anything, any files, so it will not say anything. It says, hey, no bootable medium or nothing found, that system is halted. So you can close this window, part of the machine. Let's just go back to the setting and to storage, and here I have a empty, and over here optical disk. Choose create a optical disk, choose a disk file, and I'm just gonna try to choose my file that I downloaded from in my downloads folder, the ISO file, and see if that would help. Choose, say okay, and once I have this, let's just start and see what happens. VirtualBox 6.1, and is trying to figure out. Yeah, now this time you see, you got it now knows that this ISO file available to me, and it got to that point, and now we can use the ISO file to install my Windows. Now United States time, and this is United Kingdom. Okay, for some reason I may have no, I'm going to use United States language to install. This is weird. United States, yeah, okay, I got it. It's a little slow. So I'm gonna use United States English. Let me choose. If it would let me. I didn't assign too much of RAM, so that's great, giving me some trouble. Let's try it again. Okay, I'm just gonna go with this. Actually no, for the language to install I just have only one, United Kingdom. Time and currency is English. Keyboard match is US. Okay, let's just go with this. And I'm just gonna say install now. Now the setup is starting. And this installation process may take a while, because again I have not assigned a lot of memory. If you have available memory, please assign some more. So I'm gonna accept the terms and hit next. And in this one I'm gonna use a custom install, and I have the disk that we created. It's the dynamically allocated storage for my virtual machine. I'm gonna hit next, and this is gonna copy the Windows file, and it will get ready for the installation, then install features. It will be like a standard installation. It will take a while, so again I'm gonna pause the video. Once I'm done to the getting finished step, we'll move to the next section of the video. So just give me a second and we'll get back again. Hey everyone, it took probably 4 or 5 minutes. It went through all those steps, and now it's getting devices ready first. So I didn't have to do anything, like it didn't ask me to stop and click on something and create username and password. That step is not there yet. So far it's just fully automated, and it's just getting the Windows ready for me. And once it's ready, we are going to go with the next phase. Okay, the process is still going on. It went through several probably automated restart. Maybe it just turned on and then turned back on, turned off and turned back on, and now this is the first time I have to do something manually. So let's just see what are the options it's asking. So I'm in the United States, so I'm gonna say yes, and let's see what it's probably gonna ask me the time zone. What is the right keyboard? No, United Kingdom is not what I want. I'm just gonna go with United States for right hand. I'm just gonna use this one. Let me see if there's anything. Just US maybe. I think this one is also gonna work. So if you are in a different location, so just use your own country or region. Based on that, it will pick up the right keyboard layout. In some keyboards the keys are placed a little differently, so I'm just gonna go with the US one. Then do you want to add a second keyboard layout? I'm just gonna skip this, and let's see what happens next. Now it says we have some important setting up to do. Okay, so I'm just gonna let it do, and you can notice the tabs and the name of the tabs, it will change just a little. Now it's in the network tab. Alright, well, since this is taking time, I'm gonna pause this again. Alright, we are back to our Windows installation. At this time it's asking if you should use a Microsoft account, work or school account. What I want to do here, I'm just gonna go and click on domain join instead in here, and I'm just gonna call it student, and hit next, and I'm gonna use a strong password and strong password again. Okay, and make sure that I'm recording. Yes, I am. Okay, now you have to go through some security questions. Security question 1 of 3. Let's choose one for city where you were born. New York, something like that. Security question 2, childhood nickname Spider-Man. These are all fake answers, by the way. And what is the name of the first school where you attended? Stanford. Alright, so now if you see this tabs are changing. Now we're in the account setup area. Again, I want to, well, it just came back to this one. Choose the privacy setting. So here I'm just going to go with the default at the moment. You can go through this and you can get rid of some of the stuff. If you don't want the geolocation, you can turn it off. If you don't want to send the diagnostic data back to Microsoft, turn it off, things like that. And just say accept, and again, just a moment. And this is Cortana, that's, you know what it is. You just voice prompt and Cortana will answer everything to fulfill your quest, right? So now this is kind of the final area. Now Windows is getting ready, and again it says, hey, this might take several minutes, don't turn off your PC. So I'm just going to go through this for another few minutes, and I'm going to pause the video once this is done, and we'll come back again. Alright, that's about it. So it's got everything installed properly, and if you see, it says Windows 10 Enterprise Evaluation. Windows license is valid for 90 days, and build this and release. So I have a fully functional Windows machine that is installed inside my VirtualBox window. Let me see if I have network connectivity. So I'm just going to try to open my Edge, and let's see how long it takes. Again, it's not going to be a very super fast machine because I only assigned 2 gigs of memory to this one. And just say complete setup and just confirm over here, and what I'll do. I'm just gonna go to google.com, and you see your Google is available, and just search for something COVID-19 Delta variant. So it's search results are coming up, so I know everything is working. Now one thing that you notice that if you try to maximize this, there is no way to do that. And over here, one thing you can do to help mitigate this problem, is come down to the device and click on the insert guest additional CD image. Typically it will install some additional packages that you will need, that will help you to maximize this window, so you can use the whole screen of your original desktop or laptop that you're using, and not that tiny bit of screen over here. So let's see if that actually worked. I didn't see anything working just yet. So usually sometimes they even show up like the disk over here. From my experience working with this for over like 5 years. Let's see, come back over here again. Insert guest addition CD image. So it looks like it's not doing anything at the moment for me. So what I'll do, I'll try this one out and just give it a little bit of time, extra time as well, because I have provided such a low memory. It sometimes even does not even work with such a low memory. You may have to increase the memory and try it out. So I'll probably give this to you as a lab exercise for you all, and figure out how you install the guest addition CD image, which will allow you to get some more features and be able to maximize this window, so that you have more real space, or more space to work with this particular virtual machine that you have. One last thing, let's just open up a CMD quickly and make sure our things are working. If I do ping, this is, yeah, so everything looks good. So I'm happy with the installation, and I can do whatever I want with my virtual machine that is running inside my Asus VirtualBox, where I have only 8 gigs of memory in my physical machine. Okay, thanks for watching this video. If you have any question, please leave your questions in the comments window. Hope you find this video useful, and have a great day. Thank you. Or actually, before I close the video, what I noticed when I turn up this machine, if you go back over here, it actually attached the VirtualBox guest editions, but it was just not pulling up the ISO file when we said, hey, just add insert guest editions. So if you come back over here and actually go to this PC, you see this VirtualBox guest editions isn't there. You can click on this one, and this is the VirtualBox guest edition application in here, and we can try to run this from here. Now I'm inside this VirtualBox and I'm running it like this, and this is welcome to Oracle Virtual Manager, Oracle VM VirtualBox guest edition 611.22 setup. And now you can go through the setup like that, and just do the setup like this. Usually what happens in my experience, it will just show up, you just go click and do insert guest addition CD image. This application usually shows up. For us it didn't, so we had to go through this, and it's asking, hey, reboot the Windows to make everything to take effect. So let's just do that and see what happens. So now it's restarted my virtual machine, and let's see if I get a bigger screen this time. Okay, so far I don't have my biggest screen, so let's just log in, and Okay, so even over here I don't have a bigger screen, so over here I'm just gonna see what else. This is adapter, this is my video memory, and this is and this. I'm just gonna do this, and let's see, and I'm just gonna extend my uh, window, and there we go. So now you see that the screen is now taking over the the full width and height of my uh, actual hardware, actual machine screen that I have. So this is a benefit of having and installing your uh, the virtual machine, uh, the extension pack that will get you so many nice features that is going to be very useful for you to work with. So there we go. So hopefully, we figured it out, and it's been useful to you. Again, thank you for watching, and have a great day.